My dear and beautiful crystal lovers, welcome back to the channel. If you are new around here, my name is AM and I am the founder of AVIUVI and AVIUVI.com. That's a website where you can find the most amazing and spectacular ethically sourced crystals from all over the globe. So make sure to go and check that out. But I've had a very busy March and April, so I took some time off to have fun with my friends and family in the last week or so. So today I'm coming to you with yet another vlogcast. Today I want to talk to you about the new earth and the bright future that I believe that many of us are heading into and why. At this point, it is really obvious that people are living in different realities. In the void that we're finding ourselves in now, there is an opportunity to contemplate how we wish to live, travel, consume, and entertain. What will we find attractive in the future? And what do we value in ourselves and in other people? And in what our collective systems provide for us? The way I see it is that right now we have this unprecedented opportunity to consume differently, pollute less, and interact with each other in different ways than we are used to. It's an opportunity for us to evolve our consciousness, to be innovative, to be active creators, and to take back the power that we have outsourced and given away in order to fit into modern society. Right now we actually have a chance to reinvent everything and reset our values as individuals, as nations, and as species. Some will choose this route and that scenario, and that will be the new normal, quote unquote, new normal for them. And others will choose the other one and have that as the new normal. The beauty here is that we all individually have a choice. For me, in the past couple of years and all of the challenges that we've been presented with, the key is to stay clear. There are so many ways to cultivate physical, mental, and spiritual health, both for free and relatively inexpensive. For example, being in nature, growing plants, eating healthy, meditating, connecting with the people you love, being grateful for what you have. And those are just to name a few. It's so easy, so why do we get off track and get caught up in fear? And under that umbrella, I also mean stress and worry, anxiety, depression, anger, jealousy, greed, and so on. Well, one of the reasons I believe is the subconscious habits that we've picked up along the way. The effect of fear in the body is that it compromises the immune system to prepare it for a fight or flight response, which is obviously very useful in a moment of danger. However, it's quite harmful to a human body in the long haul. So isn't that interesting in the context of what we found ourselves in the last couple of years? That chronic fear makes a human more receptive to disease. The good news is that the opposite is also true. Love, peace, serenity, comfort, joy, gratitude, amusement, and hope boosts the immune system and makes the physical body more capable of managing disease. The habit of thinking fearful or loving thoughts and feeding those through patterns with external reinforcement is absolutely key to predicting the outcome. Now, personally, I am not great at changing habits, and most of us aren't, and that's actually a good thing in many cases. Usually I need a pretty big disruption in my life to really motivate me into making big changes. Other things take time for me. For example, it took me years to become vegetarian, and even though I knew in my heart and my mind that I wanted to live on a plant-based diet, I kept flip-flopping due to old habits. By the way, if you hear some background noises, that is just Copenhagen you can hear outside of my window. That's how it usually goes in these videos. But anyway, 2020 was such a challenging time for many of us. So maybe our habits are being disrupted just enough to make a lasting change. If not immediately, then perhaps redirecting our habits on the long run and eventually for the better. Habits are tricky, and to overcome them, my experience is that we as human beings need a lot of reminders. Subconscious deprogramming works through repetition, for example, techniques as you might know as affirmations, prayers, and gratitude journaling. But honestly, I would encourage whatever comes easy, something that is so pleasant for you to do and so joyful that you completely fall in love with it. When we're in love, we are automatically motivated to take the steps required, and more than that, in fact, it fuels us with so much energy when we move in the direction of what we love. To me, it is the best feeling in the world. And for me, crystals are perfect allies when I have an intention to change a habit, because I absolutely love them. I love how they look and how they feel. I love the geology. I love the historical aspect. And of course, I love the spiritual aspect. They work for me because I am naturally very interested in them. And it's no effort for me at all to work with them every single day. But it might be something completely different for you. Before I get more specific about crystals, I have to mention that all energy workers knew that 2020 would be a turning point in history. We didn't know exactly what was going to happen. There were a lot of talk and predictions made, but we didn't know exactly what was going to go down and how. But we knew that the contrasts and the polarities would grow stronger. Well, we have prepared for these years by changing our habits because we've felt it coming for maybe our entire lives. We've been cleaning up our diets and cleaning up our thought patterns. We have become more flexible in our living situations and made an effort to connect with nature regularly. We have tested out a lot of theories on our own bodies. We have learned ancient skills and developed new techniques to assist others in this current timeline. From experience, we know, love, and respect that every individual has their own journey and that everything is not for everybody. For example, if you do not enjoy crystals, it doesn't mean that you are any more or less, quote unquote, spiritually enlightened than those who do. And that is very important to know. Generally, I don't believe that a crystal will bring anything into your life or solve your problems. I've talked a lot about that in my previous videos. But I do believe, as the creators we came here to be, we can bring anything into our lives. A crystal can be a very personal daily reminder to get that clear and to magnify our intentions. And in that way, they are beautiful, tangible helpers in this process. If you are new to crystals and feel naturally drawn to them, I would most definitely recommend that you allow yourself the opportunity to explore how they can benefit you and your life in this personal and global time period of change. The way that crystals work is very individual and depending on your physical, mental, and spiritual resonance. So, what I always do here is that I tell you how I personally work with them and how I experience them benefiting me. So, I can talk all day about all the different crystals, but the number one crystal that I want to recommend for you today is also my personal favorite crystal, that is clear quartz. And clear quartz is most energy workers or crystal people who work with crystals favorite crystal. It is very versatile, and my own personal favorite is the Herkimer diamond. The Herkimer diamond is my absolute favorite crystal, and that's why I work with it and I wear it every single day. To me, it has an energy of clarity that I haven't found in any other crystal. And again, that's why I find it so perfect for this current timeline. It effortlessly assists you in detecting the undercurrent of every encounter you come into contact with, or any messages that you receive. In other words, if you find yourself having trouble seeing beyond the actions or hearing beyond the words that others are presenting to you, Herkimer diamond is, in my experience, the crystal for you. If you struggle finding clarity in the path of your own life experience, or making the right decisions for you, or figuring out what it truly is that you want to manifest in your life, the Herkimer diamond is equally beneficial. If I was to recommend one single crystal to get now and to work with now and beyond, it would for sure be the Herkimer diamond. So the best way to work with crystals is to include them in your daily routine as often as possible. Wearing a piece of crystal is a fantastic way to do so, but it could also be having them around in your living space or carrying them in your pocket. If you are new to crystals, it's a good idea to test them out in different scenarios and feel into how it impacts you. That's how I started out with crystals. So circling back to New Earth and this New Earth concept, maybe I'll do a separate video about the New Earth concept and what it means, because I don't know if all of you guys listening are familiar with this concept, but I would definitely love to elaborate on it. But for now, I just want to talk about this current time that we're in, and this time of very strong contrasts, because that is what we're all experiencing right now and have for some years now, and it's becoming very evident. It's very visual to us right now that people are living in different timelines, in different realities. So that's really what I want to emphasize today, that this is without a doubt a time of great changes and of of great contrasts, and a time where I need a lot of clarity. So lastly, I want to mention that the new earth is entirely up to you. It is 100% your individual choice. We are at a crossroads here. So do we choose to make the habit of fear normal, or do we want to make the habit of love normal? I know which one I'm choosing, and of course I hope you'll join me. That was it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for listening. And if you enjoyed this vlogcast and would like more of this type of information, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. It helps me to know what you want me to talk about, and it also helps others to find this content if that is what they're looking for. I hope that you will have the most wonderful day with lots and lots of love to you and yours.